All right, guys, come have a seat. Now, those of you who use blocks, please have your blocks nearby. It's just good to have blocks. You know, they're very helpful to stay in alignment. So this week we're talking about this beautiful concept. It's called Shri. And Shri means that there is an auspiciousness in life, and it's a beauty in life, and that we can see the beauty if we know that there is beauty to see. Even in our discussion about Allison's neck, we've learned things, what to do, how it feels, even what she did that led up to her injury. And we all see the beauty in what we've learned from it. But not only is Shri the beauty of life, but it also tells us that we can create Shri. We create beauty by seeing it, by deciding we're going to see the beauty. And we can take the difficulties in our lives and see what we can see that could be a positive view of it. What is the little diamond can we take from it? That's the Shri. And of course, Shri also means an expansiveness in life. That means that my happiness does not depend on anybody else's unhappiness. That's really important. So sit up nice and tall. Melt your shoulder blades down your back. Expand from the center of your chest out. You can feel that expansion. Close your eyes and come to your breath. Settle yourself in this moment now. And start to deepen your breath. Notice where your breath was. And then just deepen it a little more as you inhale. Exhale. Until your breaths, your inhales become deeper. And you make sure that the exhales are just as deep and long as the inhales. That's very important. It's in the exhale that we release stuff, release tension. Oh yeah, we let something go. Keep the integrity of a nice long spine, as if there's a plumb line going from the crown of your head all the way up to the sky. But yet from the center of the pelvis down, there's a groundedness, a rootedness, a heaviness, and a connection in your core. It's all there. And then slowly open your eyes and circle your arms all the way up, interlacing your fingers, pressing your palms up. That's a big inhale. Soft elbows, and take your elbows back and your shoulder blades down your back. And then you're just going to feel all that movement that's in there that can, if you're not conscious of it, can be a problem. And then take your elbows, your arms in front of you, palms away from you, and I want you to press something away as you round your back and look at your belly. And then inhale up, let your elbows lead the way. Inhale, and then take your elbows behind you and release your fingers. And we're going to do that again. Interlace your fingers, palms away from you, round your back. Inhale all the way up, elbows back. And exhale your arms behind you so that your elbows firmly reach toward each other. And continue just like that, a few more. Inhale up, elbows back. And all right, one more time, guys. Moving with the breath. Inhale. You can see when you inhale and open your heart what it feels like emotionally in your body. And that's Shri. And then one more time. Inhale up and exhale behind you. Take your right hand to the earth, reach all the way over to the right, and then come back to center. Really squeeze your left ribs to the left waist, and then continue. Exhale. So slow is the way, right? You're moving with your breath. Faster is not better. If there's anything we've learned from the great dead philosophers, it's slow down, right? And we have now the wisdom to know, understand that that's true. Inhale. Exhale. Just take one more to the right. We're not going to be here too long. That's it. And back to center. Taking a breath to notice how your left shoulder is higher than your right. Then you're going to take your left hand to the earth and reach all the way over. So you can really feel what you're doing. You can see what you're doing for your body. Exhale, lengthen, and inhale back. And exhale. Inhale. Quietly listen to the breath in your ears. Notice the beauty of our bodies, beauty of how they work. I love to talk to you about the inherent intelligence of each cell in our body. Knows the job it's supposed to do. Take two more just like that, really powerful. Yeah. And last one. All the way up. Squeeze it. And back to center. Now you're going to take your feet in front of you and wide, wider than your hips. And you can take your hands behind you and you're going to drop your knees like windshield wipers. So each knee is about 90 degrees. Come back to center and go the other way. Now, you can keep your hands behind you, or you can take your arms in front of you and make your way into windshield wipers. Your feet stay wide. So that's the kind of a key here. And we're starting to warm up our hips here. So kind of focus on those hips, your hips. Now, the next time you come to the right, stay to the right. Twist to your right, the whole twist, so your left ribs roll to the right. And you're going to take your hands to the earth and give yourself a nice little fold here. So just see where you go. Shoulder blades are still hugged together behind you. Get a nice stretch in your low back. Notice your breath, big inhales and exhales. Without judging where you go, see the beauty of wherever you are at. Good. Then inhale back to center, but this time you're just going to lift up your left knee. Your right knee is going to stay right where it's at. Yay. Then you're going to take your left elbow inside your left inner thigh. And you're going to make a fist with your left hand. You're going to take your right hand and simply cover your fist. And now we're going to work on the fascia, the back of our left shoulder and neck. So you're going to press your hand down, but the fist wants to go up like a lever. You're pressing the lever down. But now the lever is pressing up, but you're resisting with your hand up. Inhale up, exhale down. So you should feel it right away in your left tricep. But I'm really interested in the lats, the left side of your back and your upper back. Inhale up and press it down. Find that resistance. Okay. 4, 3, good. 2. So this is for the fascia. So even if you did any kind of weights this morning or yesterday, this is really good for that too. And release. Take your feet wide, drop your knees to the left, twist to your left, so now your right waist rolls to the left, and then find that forward fold. But again, your belly's back, you're getting into your hip flexors. So you exhale into it and take a little inhale out, just so that you can just make sure the breath is what leads the way. And then exhale until you get a nice stretch in your low back and in your left hip flexor. Take another breath or two here. Nice and long. You can even close your eyes. Really get into that stretch. Good. And then all the way back up to center, keeping your left thigh bone down and stepping into your right foot. Right elbow reaches inside your right inner thigh. Left hand covers the right. And like a lever, you're going to exhale it down, but your hand goes up. And then you're going to inhale it up. So your arms reach, your hands reaching up. Your right fist is reaching up, but your hand is resisting. So it's the resistance within your own body. Exhale, inhale. Look at the beauty of that. Notice how it affects your core. And if you're conscious of that, that's really cool too. I just have to say. Exhale. And inhale. There's no competition here about how high or how low your arm goes, right? Right? Because it only has to do with doing your own best. 4 more. 4. Patience. 3. 2. 1. Oh yeah. Shake out your shoulders, shake it out, and then make your way to table pose, hands and knees. You're gonna feel really strong, I think. Make sure you're nice and set up that your knees are beneath your hips. Good, now this is a really great place to check in to make sure your shoulder blades are hugged together and down your back. Your belly's lifted, and make your way to some cats and cows. Inhale, and exhale into cat. Get the whole flexion and extension of your spine wherever it's at right now. Good. Take a few more. Take some hip circles when you're ready, and just test out your knees and your hips. Just where are those babies? And go the other way. So we're not doing a whole lot of lower body and glute stuff today. So we're going to start with a little bit of that. Soften your heart, shoulder blades back, and you're simply going to lift your right foot up, but your right knee stays at 90 degrees and lower. So this gets right into the glutes real quick, especially if your belly's engaged and you're imagining that you're pressing something up with your right foot. So there's something heavy, you're pressing it up. Yeah, nice flexion in your right ankle. Good, and squeeze the right glute. Keep the core engaged. Make sure the shoulder blades are nice and connected. You should be warmed up anyway. And 8, 7, 6, 4. So those with you who were with me yesterday, we focused more on our upper body. We're going to get a little bit more on the lower body today. 2, last 1. And then you're going to come onto your left forearm, taking your left forearm to the earth. Take your right arm out to the right. Open your hips to extend your right leg nice and long. So my hips are open to the long edge of my mat. Now I'm going to roll my inner thigh away from me, inside. So my right toes are going to roll towards the earth, and I'm going to get more into the medius, which is your outer hip here. Yeah, yeah. And you're going to take your leg slightly away from you as you tap and lift. Tap. So your toes are leading the way because you're inner spiraling. Those of you who know what inner spiral is, it means you roll your inner thigh towards the midline of your body. You'll feel your outer hip pretty quick. And let's take a few more before we count them. And 8. Remember, we're really getting our body ready for meditation. We're getting our body ready to spend time during the day contemplating. 6, 5, 4, good. 3, 2, last 1, and make your way into a child pose. All right, reach your hips back, kind of shake it out, checking in with your breath. But we're going to go right back to center, right back to table, setting it up. And we're going to just warm up that left glute. With your left knee staying at 90 degrees, you press up and lower. And notice that as soon as your mind goes somewhere else, your belly will not be engaged. And you won't get that toning in the left glute because you're not focusing on those muscles. So be here now. Exhale. So if you're not exhaling, you're inhaling, right? And 8, 7. You know what comes next. All right, last one. Come on to your right forearm and extend your left arm out to the left. Then you're going to extend your left leg long, but you're going to roll your inner thigh behind you. Take your leg slightly forward, and you're going to tap and lift. So we will get back into our hips when we're standing, but I want to warm them up. Notice how you get into your core here. So use this as core work also. Yeah. And 8, 7, 5, 3, 2, last 1. Ooh, and back to table. And just take some hip circles. And notice already how warm you are. Okay. Now extend your right leg directly out to the right. Make sure all 4 corners of your feet are grounded as you come all the way up. And you're going to circle your arms up. And then you're going to take your right elbow to 90 degrees. Good. And then your left elbow, 90 degrees. Then you're going to take your left elbow slightly forward to take your right hand in front of your left wrist. Now, I don't want your left arm out to the left. I only want it as far out to the left as you can reach. This is for your left shoulder. So you're going to press your arm across your body, but your right hand resists. And then you're going to look to your left. This should feel really good in your neck, Miss Allison. Good. And then come back to center on the inhale. Exhale, press it across. Keep your left elbow about chest height, look to your left. Inhale back. Exhale. Notice again how the power of that exhale gets right down to the core, even the pelvic floor, if you're paying attention. 6. Cross your body. 5. 4. 3. Press, 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 and resist with the right. 2. Resist it, resist it. Last 1. Looking to your left. Oh yeah, make it work. And shake it out. Ooh, that was good. Take your hands to the earth, and you're gonna just reach your hips back and just get a nice stretch in your hips. So either you're on the tiptoes of your back left foot or not, it doesn't matter. Just get into your hips because that's where we're going next. And take a breath or 2 here. Good. Then make your way back to center and extend your right leg in front of you, flexing the front right ankle. Take the right outer hip back. We've done this a million times, so you know what to do. Stepping into your right foot, reach your heart. So even though we've done this a million times, there's a reason why we keep doing it. So I want you to keep exploring your hips today, right now as they are. Your hamstrings, as you come back, explore it. Don't take it for granted. Yeah, and we're just going to take another few here. Last one. All right, good. Now step into your right foot. Take your left hand to the earth to make your way into a big twist. You want to really reach the left ribs to the right, lift your left waist, lean back, make sure your left hand's in line with your left shoulder. And then you're going to take your hands to the earth and either soften your chest or your elbows, maybe your forearms will come toward the earth. And then inhale, open it up. So this is really going to speak to your hips and your shoulder. Yeah. Take two more here. Last one. Good. Now inhale and extend your arms all the way up. And we're going to come back to our left shoulder. This time you're going to take your left arm. You're going to keep it bent, but it's like over your head. You're going to take your right hand either to the back of the left arm, wrist area, or in the front. It doesn't matter. And it's the same concept. Shoulder blades down your back and hug together. And imagine you're pressing your arm down, but it wants to raise up. Your left arm wants to raise up. And you're pressing it down and across your body. But then you're going to use the resistance to come all the way back up. Inhale. All the way back up. And then exhale. All the way down. It's going to be across your body. And then inhale up. Oh, yeah. And a few more. Use that resistance. So your hand wants to lift up, but your right hand is pressing it down and up. It's the opposite on the way down. Yes, you can feel the left shoulder, the top of your left shoulder. And into the triceps too. Look at that. We can do triceps without even weights. I love weights though, you know that. All right, let's take two more. What do you say? One. Last one. Make it work. Make it whatever you want to make it. Make it something. All the way back up. Oh, you guys feel that? All right, let's go back to table pose and right into down dog. Let's just see where we're at. So you're going to walk your dog. Come onto your tiptoes, lifting the belly, and reach your heels towards the earth. Lift your heels and roll. Now, as you lift your heels, imagine the energy is coming from the earth all the way up your inner thighs, right into the pelvic floor and your belly. That's the inhale, and then exhale your heels back to the earth. Lower your knees to the earth, take your hips back. Good. And then come back into table pose. Extending your left leg out to the left. Inhale and circle your arms all the way up. So we got to get into our right shoulder, guys. Left elbow 90, right elbow at 90. Now you're going to take your left hand to the front of your right arm or the back. So your arm is not out to the side. It's as far to the right as your left arm allows. And you're simply going to press it forward. Remember that, guys? Press it forward, but you're going to look to your right. Right? And then just inhale back. Exhale, press it across your chest. Look to the right. Inhale. Exhale, press it. Let this be core work too, guys. But I want you to look to your right. And you know, the two shoulders are going to be different because the two sides of our bodies are not the same, as I've told you that a million times. 4, 3, oh, my right elbow kind of got lowered. Make sure it's as high as your chest. 2, make everyone shrink, make it beautiful. And make your last beautiful one. And shake it out. Come halfway forward, taking your hips back and your heart forward, getting a nice stretch in the left hammy here. Take your hands to the earth and take your right hip back, either on towards your right heel or your right foot. So you're on the tiptoes of your right foot or not. And get a huge stretch here. And just notice your breath. Oh, yeah. And then make your way back to center, extending your left leg in front of you. I'm just going to turn around and flexing your front left ankle. And be surprised at how tight your left hammies can be. Then step into your left foot and reach your heart forward. And back again. Flex the ankle, make it edgy. Get into those really tight spaces. And back. And forward. And back. Yeah. Take 2 more just like this. Oh yeah, your body's gonna thank you. I thanks you already, you don't realize it. Okay, all the way back. And then step your left foot to the earth. Take your right hand in line with your right shoulder, make your way into your twist, roll your right ribs, lean back, and then take your left hand to the earth and soften your elbows, whatever you choose to do. Inhale, open. Exhale, take the whole breath. Open. Close it. Take 2 more. Take 1 more. Oh yeah, so yummy. And then all the way up. I'm just going to move so you can see me. Circle your arms up. Now, you're going to take your right arm up, your left hand either in front of your right wrist or behind your right wrist. Good. And you're going to press it down across your body and look to the right. And then inhale back to center. Exhale, press it down. So this is the one that you can resist down and you can resist back up. And you can resist it down, look to the right. It should be a nice stretch. And all the way back up. Good. 6, 5. Don't take your chest with you. It's not a twist. You know what a twist feels like. 4. Keep that resistance. 3. Keep your mind here now. 2. Last one. And all the way back up. Oh, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Maybe sitting on your heels for a second, just to shake it out. And then make your way back to down dog. So find a nice, maybe slow way to get into down dog again. And then you're going to walk your feet to your hands or your hands to your feet. This is where blocks are really nice. Take a nice shake here when you get to that forward fold. And then walk your hands slightly forward, coming onto your tiptoes and bending your knees quite a lot. So I want you to really get this in your hips and a nice stretch in your upper back. Then you're going to slide your sit bones up to the ceiling as high as they'll go. And you're going to keep your sit bones that high. And then keeping your belly back, reach your heels towards the earth. And then once your heels are grounded, you can walk your hands back into a nice deep forward fold. Take a breath. Press your feet down and circle your arms all the way up and bring your palms together to your heart center. Ooh, that was good. Inhale, circle your arms up, grab your left wrist and lift. Exhale to the right. Inhale back to center. Grab your right wrist and lift. Exhale to the left. All the way, and open it up. And release, shoulder blades down your back. So I want to get our shoulder blades back. So I'm going to widen your feet wide and come into your goddess. Make sure your thigh bones are behind you. There's no knock knees, right? Your knees are tracking over your second toe, and you don't want your knees so much further than your feet, than your ankles, okay? Good. Now, you're going to take your right elbow back. We do this all the time. And then as you exhale, you're going to reach to the left. It's not so much a twist, but I want you to sit your bum back and then inhale back up, keeping your right elbow as high as your armpit. And then exhale, sit back, inhale, big open heart. Yeah, exhale. You want to poke something that's behind you with your right elbow. And exhale, exhale. Good. And you're going to make sure that your inhales and your exhales are just as long as one another. They match in length and in depth, just like we did at the beginning of the practice. Good. Just a few more here. Two more. 1 and 2. And release. I want you just to take a breath to notice how your right shoulder's back and down your back. Take a breath. Back to goddess, thigh bones back, making sure your footing is nice and grounded. And now you're going to take your left elbow back. And then you're going to reach over to the right, sitting your bum back and coming back. The breath is the dance partner here. Your left elbow's high. Stay focused on what you're doing. Good. Let's do 6 more. 6, 5, 3, not a twist, just a reach. 2, last one. Oh yeah, now stand up tall. Notice how it feels to stand up tall. Take some hip circles here. Oh yeah, first one way, and then the other. All right, now we're going to go into a flow. So come back to the front of your mat, feet hip width apart. Utkatasana, shins forward, bum back. Inhale, circle your arms all the way up. So we're taking our shoulders for a spin. Find your twist. Good. Inhale back to center. Exhale to your left. Just check it out. Inhale, Utkatasana. Stay low. Exhale. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, look halfway up. Exhale, step back to plank. So your knees, you know where they can be, but your belly's lifted, lifted, lifted. Lower your knees. Lift your bum. And you can slowly lower your chest to the earth. So your shoulders might be able to sustain that. You find your way. Walk your hands back just a little bit. Now, you're going to start to roll your thigh bones to the earth, press your pubic bone to the earth, slide your chest forward and make your way into a nice cobra or an up dog. Oh, yeah. And exhale into down dog. Oh, yeah. Good. Inhale, lift your right leg up behind you. Exhale, step your right foot forward, and let's come right into a warrior one, circling your arms all the way up, using that nice long spine. Now you're going to take your fingertips towards each other behind your head, thumbs to your earlobes. Keeping the right outer hip back and your belly engaged. You're going to simply dip forward, reaching your elbows toward each other, and then inhale, open it up. Let's find a little back bend. Exhale, and inhale. Oh, exhale. It should be effortful, but yet there's that little beautiful Shri moment. Exhale, and inhale. So 2 more. Then open it up and extend your arms nice and long. You might be surprised. And then right into warrior 2. So beautiful. Right toes out to the right, spine nice and long. Good. Stay low, stay low. Now come on to the tiptoes of your right foot and lower your right thigh bone a little lower towards the earth. Good. Then take your right heel back to the earth. Nice long spine, shoulder blades down your back. Then you're going to take your right forearm to your right thigh. Press your forearm down to lift the right waist and roll your right waist forward. Stay low. Good. Keep that engagement. You can extend your left arm over your head if it's available. Up to the sky, left arm to your left hip. You decide what works for you, but stay low. Keep that power in the right waist. Take a breath. Good. Then you're going to take your bum back like you're sitting back. Take your left hand to your left hip and start to lengthen both legs long till you get into that sneaky triangle. And just breathe into it. Start to lengthen your legs and where your hammies are. Lift your hips and your knees. And take a few breaths here. Good. Now take your left hand back to the earth and make your way into down dog. Lift your right leg up again. Still your right leg. Lift it up. And step your right foot forward. This time you're going to come into a crescent. So you're going to stay on the tiptoes of your left foot. You can take your right hand to your right thigh. That'll assist you up. And now you're in a crescent warrior. So now we're going to do a little something for our core and our glutes. So you're going to tip slightly forward, stepping into your front right foot, and you're going to lift your left knee up. You can see how that gets into the flexors. Now, option 1 is to just step your left foot back and come back up. Now, if you need, let's do this. If you need a wall, this is a great place for a wall. Just get into the breathing. Now, if you want to make it a little bit more, I don't know, showy, you can take your left leg out behind you into a warrior 3, airplane, then step back and come up. But you have to look at something that's not moving. So, left knee, extend, and step. You can see how this is really good for your brain. Left knee, exhale, and inhale up. Let's try it a few more times. Use a wall maybe, chair or couch, doesn't matter. How about one more time, guys? Step, feel it in your bum. Try not to talk into it. Release and step your left foot beside your right. And shake it out. Standing up tall, maybe some shoulder circles, a little attitude, a little don't mess with me. Yeah, don't tell me what women are, right? Okay, now we're going to do that on the left. Back to Utkatasana, but let's start with one breath, one movement. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale to your left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, full forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, back to plank. all the way onto your belly or not. Inhale to cobra or up dog if you choose. And right back, exhale to down dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up behind you, left leg. Exhale, step your left foot forward, preparing for warrior one. Press your feet down to come all the way up. Take your hands, your fingertips behind your head, thumbs to your earlobes. Exhale, squeeze your elbows toward each other, and then inhale up, but opening your heart. Exhale. Imagine there's a light in there shining, trying to find the light within everything that happens, everything around us, everyone around us. That's the trick. You can do it. Exhale, and inhale. Take two more. Last one. Stay low in your hips if you can. Good. Then extend your arms nice and long. Big inhale, and then exhale right into warrior two. Come on to the tiptoes of your left foot, and then you can lower your left thigh bone a little lower towards the earth. Yeah, then step your left foot to the earth. Take your left forearm to your left thigh, pressing the left forearm down, lifting the left waist. Stay low in the hips, and then find a place for your right arm that feels right for the right shoulder. You'll decide. Your shoulders might be more amenable to things now because we warmed up those fascia. Good. Then take your right hand to your right hip. Take your bum back as you lengthen both your legs into that squeaky triangle. And lean back. Oh yeah. Make sure there's no weight in your left hand. Your left leg as long as it can be. Big full breath. Good. Exhale your right hand to the earth. Make your way back to a down dog. And lift your left leg up. Left leg. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Now this time you're coming into a crescent. You're on the tiptoes of your back right foot. And come all the way up. Good. So you remember what to do. You're going to lean forward, stepping into your left foot. Lift your right knee up. Just see if you get that balance. And then you can step all the way back and come up. And you can always use a wall. I have a wall here. Use the wall, right? So find your way. Right knee, or you can stop in an airplane and then come down. But take your time. Maybe don't even look at the screen so that you can really get your footing, get your breathing. We're going to do just a few more. Let's do 4. Whatever yours look like, it's going to look different than mine. 3. 2. You smile. Last one. And now just pivot your feet to parallel. Oh yeah. Now you're going to come halfway forward. So this is really great. You're going to feel the hamstrings, but I want you to really make sure there's a softness in your knees. If you're not sure, I want you to soften your knees. All your toes are aiming forward. Now imagine your feet are stuck, but not your toes. You can lift and spread your toes. I want the balls of the big toe grounded, the outer edge of your foot grounded, the inner heel grounded. Now imagine you're pushing the weight, the mat away, your feet away from each other, like you're trying to widen the mat. So we're going to get back into the medius here. Soft knees, and now come forward, keeping your feet reaching away from each other. Getting a nice forward fold here. Breathing into it. Oh yeah. Good. Take your left hand to your right shin. Now remember, your feet are still reaching away from each other. So I want you to keep that activation in your outer hip. And if you want to reach your right arm up, coming into a nice twist here, feel free to do so. You don't have to, obviously. But take a few breaths wherever you're at. I hope it's obvious that you don't have to do it. Everything I say is optional, guys. And release. Now you're going to cross your arms and you're going to pull your shins in, but your feet are still going to widen that mat. Close your eyes and notice your breath here. Toning everything up. And release. Now you're going to take your right hand to your left shin. Keep your feet widening the mat. Now and open to the left. Oh, yeah. Nice twist. And release. Walk your feet in, heel toe your feet in until you make your way into your variation of your yoga squat, whatever it looks like. And just take a few breaths here. Maybe a smile or two. Just breathe here. In through your nose and out through your nose if it's possible. And all the way out to your bum. Extend your left leg directly out to the left and step your right foot high up into your left thigh. Good. So now you're going to roll your left ribs forward and you're going to have a nice long spine. Your left knee and your left toes aim up to the sky. So check that out. Press both thigh bones to the earth. Take a big inhale to lengthen from the center of the spine up, center of your core up. We go up as smoke, guys, but the heaviness keeps us grounded from the pelvis down. Extend your left arm all the way up and over to the right. So we've been here. And we're going to get a little bit more length as you come all the way to center and bend your left elbow inside your left inner thigh. Pressing your forearm back, you're going to roll your left ribs forward and get a real deep, open-hearted twist here. But it's very subtle. You can take your right arm up and over your head if you want, reach towards your toes. So my right shoulder says, no, this is as far as we're going, and I'm going to honor that. Take a few breaths here. Okay. Press your thigh bones down to come all the way back up. And then extend your right leg nice and long and out to the right. So now your legs are as wide as they can go. If you slide your hips slightly forward, you'll get a little bit more. Knees and toes are aiming up to the sky. Press the thigh bones and your heels down and take a slight little forward fold here. Just get a nice stretch in the hips, in your thighs. Take a breath. Two. Press your thigh bones down to come all the way up. Now you're going to bend your left knee. I like to take my first two fingers of my left hand under my left kneecap and to bend my left knee, give it a little help. And I'm going to take my right leg directly out to the right. Okay. Sitting up tall, I'm going to take my ribs, my right rib forward, so there's a little twist towards my heart is aiming forward. Take your right arm up and reach it all the way over to the left. Get a nice stretch here. Inhale to center and take your right elbow inside your left thigh, pressing the forearm back and the right waist forward, lifting your right waist. So you feel those obliques reaching into like your right waist wants to meet the left. And you open your heart, there's a twist. And then you can take your left arm wherever it goes. Sometimes it goes far, sometimes it doesn't. Again, you saw it. It depends on your shoulders, your hips. Just take a few breaths here. So good. Good. Press your thigh bones down to come all the way back up and shake it out. All right. Oh my God, you guys are amazing. All right, draw your knees to your chest. Give yourself a hug. And then you're going to roll onto your back. So you're going to take the top of the pelvis back and start engaging your core. Keep your right knee bent and extend your left leg long onto the mat. Option one is to take your fingertips behind your head like we did before, where your thumbs come to your earlobes, because I don't want you pressing on your head. You can just use your hands to support your neck, because you want to be sure everything comes from the core here. And what you're going to do is take the top of the pelvis back, engage the belly, and let the power of the belly lift your chest and shoulders so that you're gazing up to the sky. And then inhale back, but you don't land. And exhale. You can almost feel the muscles tone from the lowest part of your abdominals all the way up. Exhale. Inhale back down. Exhale. Take a breath. Take a break if you need it. And 6, 5, 3, 2, last one. Take little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Hold it. And then all the way back down. And just, I'm going to shake out my neck. Look right and left. Shake your head. No, no, no. All right, now we're going to change legs. So you're going to bend your left knee and extend your right leg straight. Now we can come back to where you came to where we were before, lifting your chest. This is very effective. You don't really have to, you never have to go any further than this. This is really good. Or you can lift your shoulder so much that you look at your left thigh and then come on down. That's the inhale. And exhale. Look at your left thigh if you want. You come down. Otherwise, you know how to do it the other way, and you know that it's just as effective. Exhale. Inhale. Now, if you're having neck issues and you don't want to do this, you can always come into a table and extend one leg back, and that'll get into your core. There's lots of ways to skin this cat. Uh-oh, you know what I mean. 8, 7, 6, 4, 2, hold it, and 8 little pulses. Last one, and then all the way back down. Oh yeah. Draw your knees to your chest and take some knee circles here. Just circle your knees, release anything you have here. Any problem you have here, I don't know. Okay, good. My battery is running low. I don't know why. I think it's because my husband didn't plug it in. Okay. Now extend your right leg all the way up to the sky. What did he not plug in? Good. Okay. Right leg all the way up to the sky. Of course, it has to go on the computer. Right leg all the way up. Take a nice stretch here. Take your hands behind your right inner thigh. I just want to do one more thing for our spine and our core. So you're going to exhale slowly, come all the way up, and then come to a forward fold, getting a nice stretch in your low back. And then slowly come all the way back, top of the pelvis tips back, and take your right leg with you. Oh yeah. And then take your right leg to the earth, slowly on an exhale. Extend your left leg all the way up. Take your hands behind your inner thigh. Get a nice stretch there. Yeah. Find that resistance, and then release your left leg and just reach toward it as you allow one vertebra to come all the way up with a nice fold here. And then come all the way back. Top of the pelvis back. Take your left leg up with you. Then draw your knees to your chest. Take your arms to T. I'm going to just slide my bum to the left slightly, and I'm going to drop my knees to the right. Get a nice stretch here. Close your eyes. Find your breath. Good. Inhale back to center. Lift your knees, drop them to the left. Oh. Make your way back to center. Arms, palms up, shoulder blades together. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. And allow yourself 2 minutes of Shavasana. Just take 2 minutes rest. Oh. Start rolling your wrists and your ankles. Inhale, extend your arms up over your head. Exhale through your mouth. Draw your knees to your chest and roll to your right side. And just be here in the quiet, in the peace. And make your way to a seat on your mat. Bring your palms together to your heart center. Knowing that Shri is even a way we feel. It's what we create. It's what we decide to see. The light in me honors that light in you. Namaste.
Namaste.
All right, let me unrecord.